Welcome to the House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, and tarot. Today we'll be getting into the Thursday, July the 9th, 2026 Cush Almanac. Okay. Now, today's astrology is about building something that outlasts your motivation. The moon has moved into Taurus, and this is shifting the collective from the urgency of Aries into a slower, steadier rhythm. Now, after several days of decisive action, the cosmos now ask you to consolidate the gains, stabilize resources, and think in terms of sustainability rather than speed. Mercury remains retrograde in Cancer, encouraging thoughtful revisions, while Jupiter in Leo continues rewarding leaders who build trust through consistency instead of spectacle. Now, today's dominant atmosphere is shaped by financial stabilization, practical leadership, resource management, sustainable prosperity, patient execution, and long term wealth building. The question today is, are you building for immediate gratification or generational success? Now, the moon in Taurus slows the pace and strengthens the foundation. It amplifies things like patience, persistence, financial awareness, practical thinking, consistency, security. Okay. Now, this is an excellent time for you to think about budgeting, reviewing your investments, pricing your products, inventory management. Client retention is good for today. We still with the long-term planning, building a passive income, okay, and improving your business systems. See, unlike the Aries moon, Taurus doesn't ask you how fast you can move. It asks you, can you maintain this pace for the next 5 years or so? The shadow side of this energy includes things like stubbornness, resistance to necessary change, comfort seeking, procrastination through perfectionism, becoming overly attached to routine. And today's lesson from that comes like slow growth. It often creates stronger roots. So slow motion better than no motion, baby. Just make sure you're not running in place, running in circles, okay? We got the Mercury retrograde in Cancer and Jupiter in Leo. And today we're going to focus on the business strategy, which is centering on protecting and strengthening what already works, okay? Mercury retrograde continues highlighting things like customer relationships, business organization, legacy systems, your brand messaging, and your organization business wise. Now, Jupiter in Leo is going to continue to expand. It's going to have your visibility out here, your authority, your leadership, your educational influence, and your premium branding, all just growing and expanding. Together, they come and ask, before attracting more, can you properly steward what you already have? And if you've been listening to me, y'all know this has been a theme. So they are testing you right now. So today what you want to do is maybe update some customer records, improve your onboarding, revisit successful content, refine your premium offers, and strengthen your community engagement. Get out there and talk to your people. Shake some digital hands and maybe some physical hands if you're like a person that likes to do, grassroots. Is that what that means? Grassroots marketing, where you are like in the neighborhood, in the community. But the point is, you got to get up and do something, whether it's digitally or physically. You can't just post and keep going. You got to build your community up. Now let's get into the market energy for my day traders. So the Taurus Moon changes your market psychology, which is getting out of the emotional momentum. And today we're favoring discipline, acclimation, capital preservation, measured entries, and profit protection. It's also a good day for patience with that Taurus energy, obviously. Now, markets may move more deliberately, encouraging traders to focus on quality setups rather than quantity. Today's edge belongs to traders who do things like wait for confirmation, avoid overtrading, protect existing gains, and remain emotionally detached. So the hidden market lesson for today is cash is also a position. Not trading is sometimes the smartest trade. Facts. Now, CEOs and founders, this is your forecast for today. Today's astrology rewards operational excellence, y'all. The questions worth asking yourself today are: which offer creates the highest profit margin? And where is money quietly leaking? Okay, we still doing the analysis of that. Which system saves the most time? Okay. And what reoccurring expense no longer serves the business? Today's leadership is not flashy, it's financially intelligent. And great businesses become wealthy because they manage their resources well, not because they stay busy. Okay. Now let's get into the collective mood, which with Taurus, we have a grounded energy, we have security minded energy. People are feeling patient, practical, and they're seeking comfort. People could be attracted to things like reliability, quality, expertise, and consistency. Your audience today, they want proof, not promises. Now, your spiritual forecast, evolved hustlers. Okay. The lesson for you guys today is still recognizing that stewardship is sacred. You got to really appreciate what you got out here. And that Taurus moon is teaching you that prosperity isn't only about attracting money, it's about honoring what already arrived. Now, the universe is asking, how do you care for your blessings? Okay. And it's still coming through with questions like, what have you neglected because you were chasing something bigger? You know? Now, lastly, where can consistency replace intensity? Real abundance grows where gratitude meets discipline, y'all. Okay, so don't forget that you are definitely layering and putting things together, but at the foundation of it all, you're just being asked, like, do you appreciate it? Can you handle it? You know what I mean? So be mindful of that. All right. We are going to avoid things like resisting helpful change, being a procrastinator, emotional spending, overindulgence, which you know is the shadow side of Taurus energy, and we got that Jupiter and Leo, right. Impulse purchases, unnecessary financial risks, okay? No. Instead, we're going to be improving our business systems. We are still tapping into evergreen content. The energy is still full for that. Inventory management, budgeting, reviewing your subscriptions, okay, and your pricing strategies. Now, with the moon in Taurus, you know it's all about financial wisdom and being practical and overall your endurance. The moon's energy favors measure action over your emotional reactions. Mercury Retrograde continues rewarding review before commitment. Today's emotional strategy is move slowly enough to make excellent decisions. Now, as we soar through this Jupiter day, which is what Thursday represents, right? You want to focus on things like your opportunity and your expansion. Now, knowledge and teaching is big today, and prosperity as well. So, thought leadership, networking, again, educational marketing, if that's your thing. The most useful planetary hours, of course, coming in first is going to be Jupiter. Okay. And the next up is going to be Mercury. And finally, we have Venus hours, okay? Now, during these particular hours, you can do things, for instance, like Jupiter. You can focus on client attraction. If you are liking to do some prosperity rituals, that may be good. Again, and maybe going live because you're expanding your visibility, or like posting during Jupiter hours. Mercury hours, you're doing the planning and the communicating. I feel like more like back office type of work, administrative, because you could be reviewing your contracts during those hours, bookkeeping, did I say it already? And editing. And then Venus hours is good to show your clients appreciation, financial harmony, and attracting aligned opportunity, right? Venus hours is going to be good for pricing today, too, because y'all know Venus rules more than love. It's about your finances, too. We are waning gibbous, so right now we are still strengthening our foundations that already exist. We're simplifying and we're still refining. This is a harvest phase. Protect what you cultivated already, okay? Now let's get into these ritual sweet spots, which are going to be great things that you can do today for prosperity, for one. And obviously today is a strong day for that because of Jupiter energy. So you need to be feeding your money bowls, refreshing your prosperity altars, pray over your business accounts, okay? Or you can work with a green candle and you can dress it with some prosperity oil while focusing on stable, reoccurring income. Now, visibility wise, rather than creating more content, maybe improve the visibility of content you've already published. You could think about maybe updating your website, optimizing old posts, or you could repurpose educational material. Now, protection, you guys may want to strengthen your home and business by placing your protective herbs. You want to do that near the entrances, threshold areas. Now, you could also refresh your protection jars today and anoint doorways with your protection oils. So, now, caution. Avoid making financial decisions from fear or scarcity. The Taurus Moon favors slow, thoughtful choices, not emotionally driven reactions. All right. Now, your high energy ritual of the day could be done during Jupiter or Venus hour. You could check your local time zone for the information. You could light a green, maybe a gold candle together and make a petition for lasting prosperity, wise stewardship, and the discipline to manage abundance responsibly. If you are able to look into my House of Cush Patreon, I do have some resources on how to write a petition and things like that, so you guys can check it out. Link in bio. Now, let's get into the botanical allies for today. Today is a good day for patchouli, which is classic. We use this all the time with Rootwork. And if you're new to this, attracting lasting prosperity is something it's good for. It's also good for strengthening your business foundation too, and anchoring your wealth. And it smells really good. Irish moss, so we bringing it back. You can a good thing to know is once you develop certain ingredients and herbs, you can go back and use them multiple times, especially during certain phases, and they have multiple like uses. So keep that in mind when you hear like similar botanical allies that we're talking about for each day. You can like, double dip a little bit. But Irish moss is still going to be very good for steady cash flow and your long-term abundance, and it supports financial stability too. Now, vetiver is good for grounding scattered energy, and it's good for increasing patience, okay, and reinforcing disciplined decision making. Oak moss is making a return for endurance and resilience. It's also associated with creating stable foundations that withstand things, changing and shifting. Now, cinnamon chips, which smell amazing, these guys are used to stimulate prosperity. We love a good cinnamon blow, but you can use the chips. It's good for business growth and consistent financial momentum while complementing Taurus's practical nature. Now, your power moves for today. Some things you could try out. You could maybe review your business finances. You could raise the quality of one customer experience. You can strengthen one income stream instead of chasing 5 new ones, okay? Declutter your workspace today, okay? Audit reoccurring subscriptions and expenses, business and personal. Express gratitude for one existing client. Show somebody a little love today. Invest in systems that create future freedom. That's how you're going to get there, especially in this age of entrepreneurship. And a lot of times the team is either one person or very small. Now, build slowly enough that your success can last. Okay? Now, the astrology today does remind us that things like wealth aren't built on dramatic like moments, right? It's built through repeated acts of wise stewardship. And that Taurus moon is teaching you patience, all right? Now, Mercury Retrograde, it's helping you to continue to refine. And Jupiter in Leo is reminding you to lead with confidence, but let your consistency speak louder than your charisma. Success today belongs to those willing to protect what they're building. If you grow steadily and you lead wisely, and you remember that lasting prosperity is cultivated, not chased, you will be just fine. All right. Now, let's get into this collective read for the tribe. And I'm going to ring my bell, which I have today. All right. Thank you, spirits, for allowing me to stand at the crossroads on behalf of the tribe. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on these journeys. And thank you so much for the gift. You know I don't abuse it. We honor and appreciate it. Now, what guidance do you have for us today? Because, babes, no, this is good energy, though. Like, even, I ain't gonna lie, though, it's uncomfortable, like, pop astrology aside, it is very uncomfortable for the most part because, you know, just like you know you're growing, your adversaries know that you're growing, and you'll be sent a series of tests to see, you know, what you're gonna do and, you know, how sure you are about this and building something that lasts. These are things that can protect you, you know, over time, give you something to reach back on. You got something weak to reach back on? I'm seeing there's a sacrifice of a relationship here too. A contract being broken. Pisces could be significant, but let's check it out. Y'all know I got to chit chat before I get started. Overall energy, please. All right then, Ace of Coins. Okay, what is the past? 10 of Knives in reverse. Can I get some clarity on that, please? Mother of Coins in the upright. Present. 6 of Sticks in the upright. Collective. You got a Father of Sticks in reverse. Fire sign masculine here. Maybe someone you work with. A boss. A false leader. Interesting. Near future. 3 of Knives in reverse. Clarity. 4 of Coins in the upright. So opportunity has presented itself. And it will continue to do so. Ace of Coins over the next year. There's some form of long-term opportunity again, you know, presenting itself. Ace of Coins, well, that's usually, the coins is a year. So this year. And in the past, maybe you didn't have heavy discernment because you were more focused on comfort. Mother of Coins, there is some form of comfort here that you were prioritizing over, you know, dealing with certain energies. Now, there is a sense of success and, you know, building for you, especially in terms of employment and opportunities. But this success is going to be built on what you can do over, you know, physically over the next 6 days. You're building your heart, you're cultivating, right, as we said. Now, again, we need to explore some more about this Father of Sticks in reverse, because I do see here there's a work situation here that maybe someone's unhappy with. And this has maybe leveled into some impatience here. Maybe wanting to receive justice. There could have been a misuse of power. A fire sign masculine energy that you could be employed with. Maybe you've been here for about 3 years. Take it where it resonates. But there's something that could have upset you, and now there's some form of impatience here. Maybe receiving a form of justice, legal implications, you know, workplace energy, Libra. Now, near future, 3 of Knives in reverse. They need you to be saving. They need you to be building. Wherever you are looking to invest, it needs to be able to support you for the long haul. 4 of Coins, right? All 4 sides, right? Now, there is a sense of bitterness here. That could be also sending someone in with that Father of Sticks in reverse to control. You got a controlling energy here. And maybe that's what they feel like they should be doing, right? Let's get some more into that. I want to talk about the 6 of Sticks too. So there's success here. Father of Baskets in the upright. And this water sign masculine here is maybe not sharing what they're doing here recently. And it could be upsetting a mother figure. She could be a water sign, because this person, she's upset. She wants to know. Or this person is upset and they're pretending like everything's fine. That's what it is. But they really upset. Whoever this person is has been held to a higher standard. They're successful, and it's killing this person. Maybe that they're not talking or sharing their moves or their information here. Now, yeah, someone is definitely a hermit mode, Virgo energy here. There could have been a misaligned decision made within the relationship. Somebody made a bad decision here. This is unaligned and someone's upset. So there is a fight going on. There's a battle here. 7 days. Somebody could be battling with some form of, they're upset, grief even, because there's a relationship that's ended and maybe they're not sure about this decision. Missed a couple of points, right? Missed a couple of moments. Let's get into these 3 of Knives. Missed opportunities. You may have felt like you missed the opportunity. People could be talking shit with the 5 of Sticks in reverse. But there is an opportunity for you to build something new here. It's, burn it all down to build it up again. 4 of Sticks. There is a sense of time. Maybe time is of essence. Yeah. Father of Knives. We could have someone in your ear. Or maybe you feel that way with the air sign masculine energy here. You could feel as though time is of essence because we got Cancer energy here with the Chariot. It's like you ready to get things moving. And there's been some discovery here. Maybe the reason you want to hurry up and get things moving is because the illusion is being lifted and you realize that you're not going to be getting what you put into this out of it. Yeah, it's time to end this. The Garden card, all right? If this was an opportunity that you felt like you would be receiving, you need to be definitely focused in on doing things that bring you joy and also things that, are beneficial. Tell me about that Ace of Coins. Somebody is refusing to change their ways, but you still need to remain like a good person. Taurus could be significant with the Hierophant here. Refusing to change their mind. Yeah, whether they realize it or not, an Aquarius could be significant. There should be some baneful energy with the Black Hermit, which is the Magician in reverse, Gemini energy. And, you've been moving real with these people. Yeah. You've been moving real. There's a sense of loyalty here. But in the past, somebody's manipulative, and they don't think or they don't want you to see them like that. Ooh. We got water sign. We've got younger water sign. We've got Gemini. And we've also got Aquarius. Shall we go deeper? Shall we go deeper? Now, to always take it where it resonates. If it don't apply, do let it fly. But let's get into it. I want to see what the guides have to say. Yes, we are not running the deck today, guys. We're going to get in where we fit in. Now, let's see. Move. Yeah, your loyalty. Yeah, it was a loyalty here that you had. Daughter of Baskets. You've been loyal to these people for a while. And there's a manipulation here that maybe you don't recognize or see. And then the 10 of Wands in reverses let me know, like, release that burden, release that responsibility. And it's time for you to, like, sit in this Queen of Swords energy, like, making very proper decisions and not letting them see you sweat. Now, there is and continue to stay that way because the offers will be coming. You'll get more offers that align with you with this 4 of Cups here. You'll get better offers. Now, tell me about the past. Yeah, 10 of Cups here. Family, happiness, fulfillment. You have discernment. Now, again, also I'm hearing you are lacking discernment around family, around people that have shared more personal time with you over the past, 10 months, too. So be mindful. Present. There's a Queen of Wands, a fire sign, feminine here, who's like whatever they were rushing to do to fix something quickly, their financial situation, so they can be comfortable and maybe receive some form of good fortune from a King of Wands in reverse. Someone could be using this money as an opportunity to control them and bring themselves out of the cold. But this is a King of Pentacles in reverse. And there's a King of Cups in reverse. There's a battle going on here. Yeah, there's an argument here. Maybe I'm saying this. These aren't two different people. This is the same person. The way they battle now. You know what I'm saying? There was some sort of information, legal paperwork, even, or official. There's a conversation, rather. Let me put that. And there's something that changed, and this person, and they figured out this, how they can manipulate and use feelings and withhold. I just heard seesaw, push and pull. Even Indian giver. Ooh, 911 on the timestamp as I look at the Justice card. Tell me about the collective energy. There's a loss here. Maybe a lack of discipline that's keeping things from manifesting. Slow down. Yeah, there's a spirit of responsibility here because you're juggling a few things. And maybe you don't recognize that this seems to be a weakness here for you to get an opportunity here. But there's a modification. There's a new goal. A new plan, and maybe it's not as grounded because a cycle has continued, and maybe you are having feelings of regret and worry. You think a lot about it, about being successful and being fulfilled, and maybe in the past there was a failure here, and now someone's needing financial assistance, and you're gonna have to make peace with the fact that these people don't believe in you, or don't believe there's also someone who seems to be at peace is also what I'm picking up, but behind the scenes they're upset. Could be a Leo energy here. Yeah, they're doing something. They got some sort of plan. Somebody could be motivated to do something by the justice system. There was a relationship, maybe building a relationship with you so that you wouldn't realize that they're battling you and stopping you from reaching some form of long-term goal. There seems to be some work being put in here by a King of Swords in reverse, and this person could have manipulated them into taking this leap of faith. Yeah, they inspired them to do this, and now someone's being like somebody's actions, you maybe can realize this person's doing something, and you've discovered a truth here about this individual, that there's a lack of stability here. This person is being deceptive, and there's fighting, and maybe someone's deciding to move on to greener pastures or more stable pastures. 10 of Pentacles, and now someone's upset about it. They're heartbroken. There's been several opportunities for the Empress here, and maybe they're upset with you. They're so upset. They're addicted to the fact that there's some sort of misalignment here. Could be with a Capricorn or a Scorpio. Take it where it resonates. But someone in their life is observing their actions, and they don't see them, or you could be observing their actions over the past 2 days, and there's a disloyalty here for the Queen of Cups. So expect quick communication because someone could be trapped in their mind. There's a Hierophant here who's lost control of the situation, and they could feel betrayed because they're not getting a payout from a Gemini magician here, and because they didn't realize this person was an Emperor in reverse. And now they weren't going to sacrifice themselves, and they avoided this tower by lying. There's a Temperance Sagittarius energy here who also could have done something recently, or recklessly revealed information. Yeah, and this was a bad decision. Yeah, Judgment in reverse. because they know that this collaboration, you walked away from this group of people. Yeah. There's work being done here. Contracts. They could have been working together to achieve a goal. These people had some form of a goal. Paid to walk away from a job. Paid to get you to walk away from something. Yeah, they're collaborating here. You definitely need to pay attention and be very insightful, because there's, if you make a bad decision over the next 3 days, this is going to fuel this person. Like, also revealing, like, private information, things that things that you're dreaming to this person. This isn't what you need to be doing. Someone could be afraid. Ooh. There's a reckless Sagittarius around you. Don't tell that shit. They trying to avoid a tower. Ooh. Magic is happening too. Be mindful of that. Now let's see what's going on. They ran the zigzag. They don't know what's read. What's going on with the work situations, job, long-term investments, 3 of Pentacles, at least 3 years. 3 years. Somebody can't take that you're being protected and you have your freedom. Scorpio energy here. This person, they've lost some confidence because you're blessed, and they don't like that. They hate it, actually, that you don't trust them, and maybe they've been unkind to you. This is all about power. Yeah, things are changing, and there's something you can't fix within the family. Okay, someone's intentions are not to protect you. This is work. This is business. And that's disappointing, right? Collectively. Okay. Presently, somebody doesn't know. It's a secret. It's something y'all don't know. Secret and instinct in reverse. Ooh. It says somebody's inspired. Be inspired to overlook. You could be inspired to overlook a situation. But on the surface, this person, we got that ending card again. Y'all, stillness and death. Yeah. Somebody's inspired. There's a secret going on around you about some ending or a physical ending. We picked up on it the other day too. Somebody's not telling you something about that. Maybe, I don't know why though. Let's see why. They don't want to tell you that something's over. They're passing away. Somebody doesn't want you to see something. On the surface, yeah, somebody's ending. And they're trying to build up the courage to deal with it. Someone hasn't evolved spiritually, and they seem happy by keeping some information. They don't want to reveal this to you. There's a loss here, and they feel destroyed because they can't create. Yeah, they need your energy. Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. That's specific. All right, spirits. Well, thank you so much for allowing me to stand at the crossroads and get this guidance. We definitely see what needs to be done, and if you are into things like tarot and astrology, this is the perfect place for you to kind of check out your confirmations, okay, and see what's what. Whether you apply them to your personal or business, I think it's honestly all encompassing, because as we speak about often, if you're a creative person, if you're a small business or entrepreneur, typically the personal definitely affects the work life, the entrepreneurial life. So yeah, ending of the cycles. Family. Ooh, you're being given an offer, an opportunity here. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna say it. You're being given an offer, or opportunity to get out of some form of debt or like obligation, and there's a family member who maybe wants to see you comfortable, wants to see you do well, or again, you and this person share some form of, y'all have feelings. You guys are close, like not just goal close, but you guys are close. And this person could be, there's some energy work here being done to end a cycle. Now they wanted me to put it there, so that's where it is. Now, I do have available live sessions today, y'all. If you're looking to get an astrology reading, birth chart, forecast, etc., you can go ahead and click the link in my bio. We get started with live appointments at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I go to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, I do offer before and after hour, emergency appointments, because I do have a lot of clients and listeners that are worldwide. So let me know if you need a before or after hours appointment, okay? And I got you. You do also have the option of emails and voice recordings too, y'all. So if you're ever curious, just look me up and we can do a little chit chat to see what's best for you, all right? Yeah, so I appreciate you guys. Oh, make sure y'all check out the daily horoscopes. That's up now too, okay? Check it out. Should be the episode before this one. All right, y'all. You guys have a good day, and you know where to find me if you need me. Chat soon. Bye.